thing that was very interesting in the racing world community, and obviously I'm a sprint car guy. I like dirt racing. I like respect. I even like short track asphalt modified racing. I just don't tell y'all people that all the time. And honestly, it doesn't get much of my attention. I just think those cars are badass. But something did happen on Twitter last night that might throw the bombshell into the world of Outlaws. If they're not going to play nice, if you've been documenting my videos, play nice with high limit. Let these drivers run other series next year, at least the high limit series. Give them a capped amount of how many races they can run. 10 other races that are not Outlaws. It don't matter who's broadcasting, blah, 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 blah. But then something happened last night that has me thinking that the world of Outlaws are in trouble. Now, what we're talking about here, ladies and gentlemen, is a tweet put out last night by Tony Stewart on Twitter. And he posted a link to a TikTok video that says, "This is the respect we as car owners and drivers get from the world of Outlaws. Hope you all enjoy the World Finals. Maybe they'll show the fans a higher level of respect. Hashtag disrespect. Hashtag zero class." Now, when you go to click this, you see how it says the video is unavailable. It's been taken down. So whatever the world of Outlaws, according to this tweet, it looks like it was a post on the World of Outlaws TikTok profile. And it says, when the camera operator wasn't quite sneaky enough. Hashtag World of Outlaws, hashtag Sprint Cars middle finger. It has something to do with Jason Sides flicking off, I believe, based on some of the comments, flicking off the camera or something along those lines. I got to it a little bit too late, but the tweet itself is pretty telling here. I mean, this is a car owner in a year where it seems like there's a tipping point between drivers and the series. It's more high tension between drivers in the series right now than I can remember. Obviously, if you want to go back to the 80s USA or you want to go back to NST, all this other stuff, but it's been a very long time. The High Limit series came out with Kyle Larson. Drivers have been in trouble for being involved in that a little bit. And there's no clear, I mean, you could watch all the Brad Sweet talks, me, everyone else. There's no clear answer on if the Outlaws are going to play nice with high limit next year and let these drivers go run for big money shows. And I've been making jokes and saying it seems like they're big dicking them. And I've been saying you need to just play nice and let these guys, maybe even not all the high limit, 10 races, although I'm assuming high limit's going to have a points fund of some kind. So it's very influential to let these guys also run the full high limit series next year. But you would assume there's a few teams that aren't going to lead the World Outlaws because contractual agreement with sponsors or something like that, and their sponsors' goals are World Outlaw championships and wins, the clout that World Outlaws, the brand that they have built, that I believe the drivers have built, but that the World Outlaws have built, that some of these teams aren't going to leave the World Outlaws, no matter how big a dickish they are to the high limit series. But then when you have a tweet from Tony Stewart that is basically bashing the treatment from the World of Outlaws to their as car owners and drivers, and then in that same tweet saying, hope you all enjoy the World Finals, to me, that is saying, to me, I'm perceiving that as, hey, everybody, come next year when Tony Stewart Racing and possibly Jason Sides and some other big names are not involved with the World Outlaw Sprint Car Series, here's why. They don't respect us. They have zero class. This is a building block to that statement. That's how I'm taking it. So you go down here in the comment section. Ronk says, I had the displeasure of being a car owner with this group as well, sir. They don't need car owners or promoters. They are large and in charge as they see it. Moving the social domain here for sure. You must have struck a nerve. They deleted the TikTok. Somebody said I flipped a few people off in my day, and I'll do it again. Looks like this dude doesn't like being interrupted. What an outlaw. Some people saw it as positive. I guess somebody says Jason sides keep it coming. Some people liked the TikTok video. But here's what everybody needs to be scared about right there, buddy. When does High Limit start? That was posted July 20th in this year by Ricky Stenhouse Jr., another owner in the series. So, this is an interesting situation here, ladies and gentlemen. What's going to occur? The sprint car scene, I believe, is going to be completely different come next year if the Outlaws don't change their ways immediately. Immediately. And I've been advocating for them to change their ways immediately for a couple months now. Because I don't want the World of Outlaws to crash and burn and be a thing of the past real quick. But there's a bunch of people out here that can make that happen real quick. And the Sprint Car Series, let's face it, ladies and gentlemen, that's what's keeping them going. The World Racing Group, that is. Their big piece of the pie has been the sprint car industry. The big blocks up in the Northeast, the Short Track Super Series came in and crashed that party. The late model series, well, they're considered 1C behind Lucas Oil and XR. The only thing that they have on top of any mountain is the sprint car mountain. And now you want to play hot shit up there. And then apparently you want to disrespect car owners. And Tony Stewart's on Twitter calling your ass out and pointing and exposing that situation. You better start being nice. I've been saying this for months, World Outlaws, Sprint Car Series, you better start being nice. I don't want you to go down, but, I mean, nobody's going to take the World Outlaws Sprint Car Series down. They're going to take themselves down. Stuff like that TikTok, apparently, upsetting some car owners. Possibly it was a joke. I don't know. I didn't get to see it. Y'all took it down quick enough. Apparently, y'all figured out real quick it wasn't funny. Well, I'll tell you what isn't funny as well. Not letting full contracted drivers with the World Outlaw Sprint Car Series run the High Limit Series events next year. That ain't no joke either, buddy. That's something that may need to be taken very seriously as well. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, what do y'all think? What does that tweet mean by Tony Stewart? What do y'all think of all these pieces in motion in the World of Outlaws, sprint car, and the sprint car racing industry in general? Leave a comment below, like the video, share it around, and be sure to subscribe. Also, hey, maybe join the membership. Just saying, get your name up there. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen.
This is how we ride. This is how we do. Ride mud slide.